In an exciting upset on Capitol Hill, Republican lawmakers are preparing to vote on who should be the next Speaker of the House. Without apologies, whomever this person is will certainly be a Republican's Republican, someone that represents the values of the party unequivocally.
Why does this even matter? Here, let me help you out. As Speaker of the House, an individual has the authority to set the House's agenda and organize its workflow. The Speaker also presides over the House floor and has the authority to maintain order, decide which members can speak, and recognize motions. The Speaker's position as the head of the majority party in the House allows them to serve as the legislative leader for their party. They can also appoint members to various important committees and serve as an important communicator for their party's interests and policies. That is a stupid amount of real-world power. But beyond that, the Speaker serves a significant cultural function, serving as a role model that other members of their party will emulate. In short, the Speaker of the House is the political and parliamentary leader of the majority party in the House of Representatives. Now do I have your attention?
For perhaps the first time in history, there is serious consideration of the fact that the Speaker does not technically have to be a current member of the House, fueling the obvious speculation. But Mr. Trump has endorsed Jordan for Speaker, citing the results of a survey that used a write-in tool to collect data, meaning the public could choose whomever they pleased. Yet almost certainly most responders selected one of the two candidates that have thrown their hats in the ring. Jordan is opposed by the current majority whip, who would simply be the traditional choice for the position. As reported by Melissa Quinn of CBS News, Jordan, who is the chairman of the powerful House Judiciary Committee, jumped into the race first, telling reporters on Capitol Hill that support for his bid for the gavel appears strong, based on the messages he's received from fellow House Republicans. He said the key priority for the next speaker is to unite the highly fractured GOP conference. That being said, I'd like to recommend a name that has yet to come up broadly, a man that can represent the younger generation of conservatives that are now seeking real leadership and representation in their party of choice. Dan Crenshaw is a former Navy SEAL and currently represents Texas's 2nd Congressional District in the U.S. House of Representatives. As a member of the Republican Party, Crenshaw has made a name for himself as an outspoken advocate for conservative values and a strong proponent of a strong national defense. Considering the current political climate, Crenshaw's experience with the military and his devotion to the principles of small government and fiscal conservatism would make him an excellent choice for the next Speaker of the House. Mr. Crenshaw was elected in November of 2018. He serves on the House Energy and Commerce Committee and on the subcommittees on health, as well as the subcommittee on environment, manufacturing, and critical materials, and the subcommittee on oversight and investigations. He also serves on the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence. On this committee, he serves on the Central Intelligence Agency Subcommittee and National Intelligence Enterprise Subcommittee. With this broad of a portfolio, Crenshaw's leadership skills and bipartisan approach to decision-making would be highly beneficial in navigating the complex political environment in Washington. During his tenure, Mr. Crenshaw has proven himself a tough but fair lawmaker, giving special attention to veterans and security issues. He knows the problems around immigrations very well, coming from one of the hardest impacted border states. In specific, he was tapped in July to lead the task force combating Mexican drug cartels. Yet he has also proven that he has a nuanced understanding of these issues. I'm glad the FDA is taking this first step of issuing guidance for psychedelic clinical trials and listening to my bipartisan legislation with Representatives Miller Meeks and Khanna, said Congressman Dan Crenshaw. It's critical we get this right for the researchers doing this important scientific work. We need this guidance to expand clinical trial access so that we can push towards life-saving psychedelic therapies for our veterans, service members, and people living with PTSD, traumatic brain injury, and substance abuse disorder. Given his record and his proven ability to forge bipartisan political will, Dan Crenshaw is a name that should at least be on the list of maybes. Please take a moment to contact your representative in the House and let them know that you want Dan Crenshaw serving the country in this role.